All right. So, where we left off last week, or a couple weeks back, Morden had just finished his audition, or the first day of his auditions at the Spire of Leisure. They went both well and not well, and he is unsure as to where he stands with Alexander Fulbright and his casino manager, Dustin. We left off with Morden having just deciding to walk out of the Spire of Leisure along with Felix, and I believe he was heading towards Callistria's Grotto. So I'll let you pick it up from there.
So Felix, how do you think I did? I felt like I did favorably on the second challenge, but the first one definitely didn't get all aces.
Yeah, we did pretty poorly on the first one, I gotta say. Really, not much in your favor on that one, bud. But the second one, I gotta say, you really pulled out that silver tongue of yours, Morden. I'm sure that your parents would be proud of you.
They're usually, sometimes, not deserved, but I think today, yeah, I did them justice.
I guess maybe we can go find out.
All right.
All right, cool. So you guys head back towards the grotto, and as you get there, you go in, and since it's nighttime now, there's a bit of a crowd in there. It's not super busy because it's also the fight night, and clearly most people in town are at that. But some of the regulars are there. It's some sleazy old men. That's pretty much it, actually. It's pretty much just sleazy old men. I mean, it is kind of like a whorehouse kind of thing. But, yeah, so there's a little bit of like a burlesque show type thing going on, and you see your father over at the counter serving drinks.
I'm gonna walk up to my father.
Oh, why, hello there, Morden.
Hey, Dad, could you pour me a drink?
Oh, what do you have?
Just whiskey, dry.
All right. He pours it for you.
So, how was
Hands it over.
the night here at the bordello?
Well, I mean, it's not super exciting what with all of the hubbub going on over at the Spire of Leisure, but, we keep it lively enough down here, As you can see, some of the shows that me and your mother have been planning are up on the stage right now. Maybe not the ideal clientele that we used to get, but it's all the same, isn't it?
It would seem. Whatever brings in money and keeps the pockets flowing.
Exactly.
So do you know the big events over in the Spire of Leisure, the blood sport? How often do those take place? It seems like it could be a bigger deal than usual.
Oh, well, they take place once every few years. What is it? And then there's this kind of like guy at the bar. Once every 4 years. Yes, that's it. Once every 4 years, like some sort of I don't know, ceremony perpetuated by some other cultures. But anyways, it's a pretty big deal, I guess. This guy, I think he was about to compete in it once, and before he chickened out or something. Hey, listen, alright, I hurt my back the night before, and I wasn't gonna go kill myself for no reason, alright?
Like that one guy that did it on the fucking stage.
Well, nobody can blame you for staying alive. I myself have always been a fan of fighting another day.
Are you saying somebody was trying to blame me?
No, I'm saying that...
Are you blaming me?
I believe that fate was merely favoring your opponents that day, for if your back hadn't been hurt, I'm sure that many a foe would have been slain by your hand.
And he kind of like pats his arm. Yeah, I've always got a strong battle arm on me, but yeah, I can't really bring myself to go watch it anymore. That's why I stay here, drink my sorrows, and look at some pretty boobs.
You still have quite the pair of shoulders on you. Do you do any sort of wrestling competitions or other ways, I guess, to throw your weight around?
Only in bed these days. He just kind of looks sad, but no, not really very much.
Well,
He's a very sad man.
let me buy you a drink and put a smile on your face. My name is Morden Darkeye.
Oh, dark eye. Alright. Now I know why you're talking to this fucker over here. Then he points to your father.
No, don't give him a hard time.
No, he's a good guy. He's a good guy. Pours me drinks until he stops because I'm becoming a nuisance. Isn't that right?
Whenever
Well, not yet, but
when you're a small stature like us halflings, it's more important to keep things civil on the forefront rather than try to stop a stronger man like yourself.
well, I guess that's a wise way to live life. Alright, I'm excusing myself with my new drink, and I'm going to go and spectate some of the views around here. I've heard this story has some very nice plots, if you know what I mean. As he goes towards the stage.
Join you in a bit. So I'm gonna turn back. That guy is a regular here.
Yeah, he basically lives here. I don't even know where he gets the money to pay for the drinks at this point, to be honest. He's here all the time. He must have gotten some sort of settlement or something for his back. Who knows, maybe he got paid off or something, I don't know. But he gives me money, I give him drinks until he passes out, and then I carry him out, and the next night, generally goes on again.
She went to Jason's watch party.
It's a sad life. What's his name?
Charlie.
I literally was thinking, is this guy's name Charlie? Charlie, I think I've known a few like him. He might join you as a bartender eventually, I guess, once he runs out of money.
I don't know if we trust him behind the behind the bar over here. We tried to hire his sister Jessica for a bit, but she had some crazy problems going on. It was just a disaster.
Oh yeah, drinking while riding a horse?
Yeah, I don't know. Something about raping people. I don't know. Anyways.
So, Dad, I think I did okay today in tryouts at the Spire of Leisure. Have you ever heard about those?
Well, I know young Felix went through that not too long ago. He passed with aces. He didn't have any problems with any of the stages. He was offered all positions. I think, what did he choose? Felix ended up being he hosts a poker table. That's what it is. He's a real smooth talker. He can do the little twists and turns with his hands and stuff, but he's definitely more of a talker.
I kind of let myself down. I tried to, rather than call a cheater out, I tried to beat him at his own game, and it would appear that luck didn't favor me on that occasion. But the second one, I think I did okay. Do you know how many of these tryouts there are? Has Felix talked about it?
Oh, I really wouldn't be the guy to ask about that, and I'm sure Felix isn't allowed to talk about it during the trials and all. But you know what? I bet that actually, I have no idea. There's gonna be some left, I'm sure. But you know what? Keep at it, bud. There we go. He rustles your hair a little bit. Don't fuck up again.
Okay. Does Alexander Fulbright ever come in here?
Well, not really. His place is a lot nicer than ours. But And let's be real, it's kind of a sleazy place, you know. Not really for people of power like him. He can get all this stuff whenever he wants. But you know what? We make it a very fun, sleazy place, though. The funnest, sleazy place in all of Arl. But yeah, Alexander doesn't frequent here.
What's that one girl's one that's in charge of the place?
Mephisto?
Yeah. Sure you do Mephisto proud. Is she roundabouts, or does she just keep a hidden eye on things?
Oh, well, I don't really know, to be honest. Mephisto is a woman of many powers, almost all of which, indeed, I know nothing about. But I know that she occasionally comes by. I don't really know what she does with all of her time. I have heard that if you need her, she will seek you out. But that's as vague and as knowing as I can be.
Okay. I'm gonna look around. Who else is here?
Aside from just Charlie guys and the ladies who are actually dancing on the stage and stuff. You see your mother's kind of like emceeing per se on the stage. Like she'll come up between acts and do like a little comedic thing real quick before introducing the next act. But there's nobody else really noticeable. You do see that weird clown-looking guy who had talked to you. Yeah, you see him. I don't know if you know his name. He didn't really talk to you very much. He like briefly talked to you and then walked off with E4.
Fulbright mentioned that he was running the Bordello.
Yes. Yeah, that's right.
Bet you wouldn't know what it looked like.
He did say he was in goofy.
He did say. Yeah, he did.
Does he look like at all interested in my being there?
He looks incredibly normal. Like, not normal as in like a normal person would look, but normal as in what you'd imagine he would just kind of look like normally.
Just for
nothing specific.
Do it, Dad.
Hey, can we quiet vent up? All right, please.
Clear vent. Okay.
Do it.
More dots. Can you? I'm gonna try to approach him. So I'm just gonna cheers my dad and walk over towards him.
All right, cool. He's just sitting at a table by himself, kind of in the back, like lounging, chilling.
Oh, the Master Cicero.
Ah, Morden. Why, it's been years since I've seen you face around here. Well, other than earlier today and all, but we'll just ignore that.
Yeah, I must say it's a little different seeing you now than it was. How many years ago was it? But I would like to apologize, I suppose, and thank you for taking care of my parents so well in my absence.
Okay, he like immediately swivels in his chair with like a supernatural speed and grabs your hand and says, "Oh, don't be bothered. No, listen, you've done me the greatest favor anybody could ever do for a man 5 years ago. You took me away from that poverty-stricken and absolutely awful life that I was leading, and you helped introduce me to the woman who has changed my life and who will change everybody in Arl's life, Madame Mephisto. You have heard of her, right?"
Lord and Savior, Madame Mephisto. No, I don't believe I'm quite familiar. Could you tell me about it?
Oh, don't be coy, Morden. I know that you know Mephisto. There's no secrets between her and I.
Yes, though she is rather mysterious, and I wouldn't mind knowing a little bit more about my employer. Or I guess owner?
Oh. Well, wouldn't we all want to know more about Madame Mephisto? But unfortunately, that's not how she works. You see, she's a woman who grows and absolutely shines on her mystery, now isn't she? It would be telling to tell too much, and something that I'm not really willing to give out.
Well, if you're not willing to come forth with it, then I guess I'll just leave you with your thoughts, unless you have any information regarding the tryouts with Alexander Fulbright.
Oh yes, I was there. I was watching you actually. Quite a poor job on the first job. You will not make a very good blackjack dealer now. On the other hand, though, your silver tongue really came in handy. I could tell Fulbright was really enjoying you. Not as much as Madame Mildred, of course, but that's another story. I hope that E4 is having a pleasant evening as we speak. But anyways, that's all that I have for you.
Well then, thank you. Do you know, is it, I guess, more about his character, Alexander Fulbright? Does he enjoy being flattered, so is he more annoyed, I guess, by obsequious parties?
Oh, well, this is the man who owns the Spire of Leisure, of course. He is quite a foreboding man, quite a over-the-top man, quite a man who loves hearing his compliments. Of course, he's not a stupid man. He's a man who knows exactly what he wants and what he's worth. So I would say that I would be cautious, but overflowing with my gratitude.
I will keep this in mind. Thank you, Cicero. Cheers. Now,
Cheers indeed, young Morden. I look forward to hearing more about your exploits.
I hope to continue to bless you and your Mistress Mephisto. Okay, I'm gonna walk over
And he
to...
just kind of starts.
Yeah, what?
He just starts focusing back on the show.
Okay. Does he look like he's critically watching the show for, like, error? Or is he just kind of enjoying it?
He looks. He has a make a perception check. From what you can tell, it looks like he is enthralled with the show and is watching very intently.
Okay. What's kind of happening right now with the show?
I mean, it's just. Have you ever seen a movie Burlesque?
No.
Man,
Just
it's
assume The
actually a
Rock has
surprisingly
to
good
stop
movie.
these.
But I mean, it's just kind of like old flapper dresses and corsets, and they're kind of like kicking in the air and doing like dances and like singing songs and stuff. So I mean, it's just kind of like a almost what you would have seen back in your caravan growing up, just a lot more nudity.
Okay. Isn't my mom busy?
Not currently, but I mean, I wouldn't say she's not busy, because she's kind of officiating and emceeing the whole night. She's not at this second doing anything, but she's probably too busy to talk during these hours. It really wouldn't be the best time to catch her.
Okay. I haven't eaten, so I guess I'm gonna grab a plate of food from the bar.
Okay, cool. So yeah, you grab the food and you continue to watch the show for a bit, I'm assuming, and
Yeah.
there's really not much going on. Everybody else in your crew is over watching the fights for the most part, or doing their own thing. So you're the only person from the crew here, except for Felix, who came back with. Well, actually, you don't even know where Felix is. He came back with you, but you don't know if he's still there, or if he went up to his room, or if he left. So it's pretty much just you and then a few others, but none of your crew.
Okay, I think I'm gonna turn in for the night.
Okay, yeah. So you turn in for the night. You in your dreams, you see a vision of Mephisto. And were you here for Rexithil's night?
No.
Okay, so essentially you're in kind of like a dark room. It kind of looks like the Xavius boss fight, where there's the kind of the cloudiness everywhere.
Okay.
So you're in like a dark room that you don't really see a floor, but you're just kind of sitting on this, and there's like clouds everywhere, and you see Mephisto like sitting in a chair, and she just kind of looks at you and she says, I heard you were asking about me, Morden Dark Eye. Was it something you needed?
I just wanted to, I guess, check in and see how I'm doing in your eyes and whether you have any tips on how to improve. I know that my success is pretty important for my own well-being, but that it would definitely be in your favor. So if you have any tips, I'm all ears.
Well, young Morden, I would say that you have done adequate as of now. I was not very impressed with your first showing in the blackjack game. It seemed as though you were too enthralled with talking with the guests and less about winning their money. That's not what Fulbright's about. He doesn't want his customers happy. He wants his customers broke. All right? That might be something that you take into the next objective. I've never been in one of these tests myself, but I would say that Fulbright is a thinker, and Fulbright is somebody who knows what he wants before he asks for it. And so there probably will be more to this next test than you would imagine.
I will keep my eyes open. Tell me,
Look for the hidden meaning within the test.
all right, do you sleep, Mephisto?
Ah, sleep. I've once longed for it, but, well, it's something that I've grown accustomed to taking away from my life, just as everybody takes those small pleasures away from themselves at times. But this is, well, it's a rather important time in my life, and not a time that I can particularly waste on something so long and dreadful, right?
Well, it is a rather large portion of my day. I'm just amazed. How are you able to sustain yourself?
Well, if you believe in Callistria as I have, then perhaps she will grant you powers. I hear that you are a follower of Desna, correct?
Yes, she has kept a good eye on me since my birth. I believe she was rather significant in my survival as a baby.
That might be. Desna does take her eye on the occasional, the occasional wanderer, traveler, somebody who she sees potential in. The difference, good sir, between Desna and Callistria as it is that Callistria rewards those who follow her ideals a little bit more than Desna. Desna is more a happenstance thing. You were lucky. You got blessed by Desna. I wasn't so lucky at your age. I didn't have the easiest time growing up, but after I found my calling and put all of my time into it, well, Callistria was more than happy to bless me with powers.
And what is your calling, Mephisto? Is it control, or is it something else?
Well, that's the question now, isn't it?
Indeed.
I think I've told you enough, young Morden.
Well,
Good luck with your trials tomorrow.
of course.
And don't underestimate Fulbright. Tava made him seem slightly less capable than he is in reality. I hope that you choose wisely. And then the vision goes away, and then you wake up, and it's morning.
Okay. Do I remember it clearly, like a vision?
Yeah, very, very vividly.
Okay.
It was as though you experienced it in real life.
It was like the Velvet Room in Persona. Though I guess you didn't remember the Persona stuff.
But I do know what it's about, so yeah, kind of like that.
Okay. Alright, so I'm gonna get out of bed, stretch, put on my daggers, and head down for breakfast.
All right, so you get downstairs and you do not see either of your parents. There's a couple of people who you haven't seen before. They just kind of look like regular servants and stuff. Like, these aren't really the people who operate the place. You're assuming that they're probably people who work the off hours while your parents are sleeping.
Yeah, maintaining versus operating.
Exactly.
Okay. Gonna grab something to eat and look around for Felix.
You see him coming downstairs, and he sees you, and he starts kind of walking off in a direction. Ananta, you're not even fucking there. You're at the Hangman.
I'm kidding, man.
All right,
Bro.
Felix, are you going to escort me again today, or am I just gonna find my way to the spire?
Oh no, I believe that Dustin was telling me that this matter was going to be handled a bit earlier on in the day. There's a particular group that likes to play a particular game at this time of the day, and Dustin thinks that it's a good, challenging experience for a newcomer like yourself, and, well, he would like for you to come over post-haste, and he can discuss the rules. It's a game that you might not be familiar with, but, well, it's easy enough to pick up.
All right, then I'll be expecting the call, I suppose.
Yeah. How can you count to 52? Well, no, so just for reference, you actually end up sleeping a little bit late, due possibly to your eventful day, possibly due to Mephisto and her vision draining you during your sleep. You don't know. But, so it's probably like 11 a.m. right now. And after you're done eating and you make your way over to the spire, it's probably around noon as you walk in. And
As I'm walking,
we're gonna
can I
let's do like a 2-minute break right here. I gotta go throw my clothes in the dryer.
Okay.
Close time.